Hello, everyone. Jerry Shockey here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, and I oversee all the youth and educational programs here at the Hall of Fame. One of the things we always like to do before we talk about some of the things we're going to talk about with video conferencing is we always like to give a clear understanding of exactly who the Pro Football Hall of Fame and what it is we do. And what our mission statement says is that the Pro Football Hall of Fame will continue being the world's leading sports Hall of Fame, really committed to three main areas, and that's celebrating excellence achieved by Hall of Famers, that's promoting the positive values of the sport, and then preserving the history of the game. What we try to do as an education department is we try to take all the excitement, the statistics, and the data, and all those sorts of things and integrate that into your core curricular areas in the classroom, whether it's in science, whether it's in math, whether it's in language arts, character education, career education, or whatever it might be. And there's a wide variety of ways that we do that, whether it's field trips, online resources, those sorts of things. But what you're most interested in here today is learning about is video conferencing. And we've been video conferencing since 2006, and there are really two main ways now, two distinct areas, I guess you could say, of video conferencing. It's what we refer to as 323, standards-based video conferencing, which is your traditional systems like your Polycoms, your Cisco's, your Life-Size, those sorts of systems. And then there's what we might refer to as a non-H.323 standard, which could be something like a Google Hangout, Skype, could be a software that you download like Zoom or some of the other ones that are out there. And really the differences between the two, it used to be that those weren't even options before, because as a content provider, to connect out with students and interact with them, number one, the video quality was lagging. So for example, if you're 2 or 3 years ago to do a Skype broadcast, it wasn't as reliable, video quality wasn't there. Content sharing was very difficult, or weren't really able to do that, because one of the things that we like to do is we like to be able to share documents. So as you'll see here in just a second, if I want to throw up, if we're doing our careers in the NFL program with students, say we're doing someone with Fort Worth, Dallas area, we can dive into the media guide for the Dallas Cowboys and actually start zooming in and looking at some of the jobs that are out there. And we can actually go as far as saying, okay, students, what is this position, or what is this over here, and diving into these different areas, so they can get an in-depth look and beyond just what we're talking about, and actually see some of the resources that are available. Or we might go to a piece like this. And this is a website called footballjobs.teamworkonline.com, where again, we can actually go in, we can annotate, we can circle, or we can just click on, as we're going to do here. These are current job openings in the NFL. We can go to, let's go to the Miami Dolphins here, Manager of Corporate Partnerships, and look at the job descriptions for these particular careers. So before, that was never an option because video quality is poor and then content sharing was difficult. Nowadays, these softwares that are fantastic, as you're seeing here today, as we're connecting over one of these softwares. So the benefit, the biggest benefit, I still think the optimal way to connect, if a school has a video conferencing system, I still think that's probably the optimal way. But the benefit is that it's only a handful of schools across the country, really, if you think about it, that have video conferencing technology. But all these school districts have access to a laptop, internet connection, and a web camera with microphone. So what we can legitimately say now is, because we utilize some of these softwares, is we can literally connect to any school building across the country. And that's the real benefits of some of these softwares, and that's why you'll see more and more content providers, meaning museums and aquariums and Hall of Fames and whatnot, utilizing these softwares even more. If you have any questions, you can come check us out at profootballhof.com/education and check out what we have to offer here in Canton, Ohio. Take care.